Right, what do I have to say about the Harbour View Apartments in Melbourne? So I stayed there obviously during my Australia trip for 2 nights because I had a bit of downtime in Melbourne and I wanted to see the city. Now this place was a bit of a pain to find on Arrow on Spencer, but I did find it eventually. Now one of the big drawbacks to this place that I'm going to come up with right away was the fact that for a big city like Melbourne, this place was only manned between 9 and 5. And I'm sorry, but for a major city like that, you really need to have this place staffed a lot more. I found that very disappointing. Getting the key was a bit of a pain as well when I was trying to check in. I was given instructions for it, but it was a pain just trying to get that key out. Overall, the facility wasn't too bad inside. As you can see, it was nice and clean. I think this level was solely for people who were occupying the room. Yeah, so here's the balcony, which I apparently was able to use. However, looking at the state of it, just absolutely disgusting. Obviously, I know they can't really control the local wildlife, but you imagine staying there with children, you know, you'd be trying to keep on top and make sure they didn't go out, you know, on that balcony, given everything that was festering out there. The bed was comfy. There was plenty of places where I could charge my stuff. I was given a nice little sofa and a TV. Very basic, kind of like your standard Airbnb experience, although I booked this through booking.com. Obviously, you could bring your own stuff back and, you know, stock up and make your own bits and bobs if you wished. The bathroom itself was also very nice. Nothing was obviously provided, given this is kind of like an apartment complex. Everything worked fine. The shower was amazing. Obviously, tea and coffee was provided, which was great. This little cupboard here provided a boiler and a few odds and sods if you needed to use them. In fact, I did actually use one of those stretch out things to just help dry my laundry. Now, there was a washing machine service available. However, they were pretty much, apart from one, all broken. And the one that was available was in use. So I ended up having to go across Melbourne, across the street, to find a laundrette or a laundromat. And yeah, so I used that instead of using the one in here because the services were pretty dire straits in this place. Although I have to admit, the room itself was comfy. And once I'd figure out where the place was, and I got used to where it was, location-wise, I have to say, that's its biggest saving grace. I paid about £95 for the 2 nights I was here. Bit of a letdown, I have to say. I really haven't got a lot of good things to say about this, although I will give it credit where credit is due, as I have in this video. So, without further ado, I'm going to have to rate this a 7 out of 15. Sorry.